Hello Taurus, welcome to your May 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And if it does resonate with you, please do like, share, subscribe or comment. I'll be cutting the deck. I'll start off with a sound bowl just to cleanse the energy, tune in. I'm trying a new sort of setup from above, so hopefully that's easier for you to have a look at. And let's go ahead. So if you'd like to take a nice deep breath in, and exhale. Okay, Taurus, let us see what May has in store for you. Right, we'll start off with Sacred Destiny. We'll just get one card from this. I'm going to be doing 3 piles. First pile is current energies that you start the month off. The middle pile is any challenges, anything that's unseen for you at this time. And the final pile will be the outcome. Fulfillment. Oh la la, nice big fat peach there with the full moon. Okay, so you're feeling a great sense of fulfillment at the moment, but we're going to see how all of this pans out, so just bear with me. This is it, Oracle Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colin Baron Reid. I'm going to get one card. Time for a nap. Oh, okay, so you might be burning the candle at both ends. Perhaps there's going to be a stagnancy in the month of May and you feel like you can't move forward, but you can take the opportunity to rest and recalibrate. Let's see what's going on. Okay, and outcome please for Taurus. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Okay, so that is definitely a calling card to mix things up a little bit, to maybe not take things so seriously as well. Okay, it's quite a useful tool activity just to shake things off a little bit as well. All right, let us see. I'm gonna get 3 cards. This is also a Colin Baron Reid deck. This is the Good Tarot deck, and I've just taken the majors out. Okay, Taurus, May 2022 for the highest good, please. Okay, High Priestess. Oh yes, very nice. The Star, there we go. And the Emperor. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. I'll get a few cards up before we start chatting. It feels like the things in May, particularly around this area over here so far, what I'm feeling is that it's it almost feels like the moon energy, and the moon card is all about things happening beneath the surface that you don't see. So whereby you want to instill change, you want to create new change, but actually things are happening, and that's why it's encouraging you just to sort of slow down. Things are actually making more momentum. There's more momentum than you realize. Okay, let's see, we'll get 2 for each. Oops, 2 cups wanted to jump out there. Maybe a union coming forward for you. Oh, I'm not taking jumpers, Spirit. It really feels, I mean, obviously this is, we're in May, so it is your birthday season at the moment. And it almost feels to me like they're just saying, calm down, slow down. Things are actually kind of coming together for you. So you actually need to do less. Okay. And just move with the flow more so. Thank you. Right, High Priestess, we have the Chariot, which also is that sort of energy there. And the Magician. Wow, 2 major arcanas. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Okay, Star, we have 5 of Swords, yes. And the Hanged Man. What was I telling you about? Feels like things are a little stagnant and you're kind of wanting to win at all costs with that 5 of Swords, but to hold the faith because the Star is on your side there. There's healing, there's wish fulfillment coming in for you. Okay, and the Emperor, we have 9 of Cups. Yeah, thank you very much. Wish fulfillment. You see what I said? And the King of Coins. Now that is you coming up in a very strong position, looking at the future, looking ahead, planning things out and how they're going to work in the physical world, in the real world, longevity, planning forwards, anything that's very earthy. It could also be another earth sign in your realm, in your spirit tribe, but it's really positive. Really positive. Now you will clarify a little bit further, but as we've got quite a lot of major arcanas here, and it doesn't surprise me because it is your birthday season. The sun is shining in your sign. Okay, you're starting off in a very strong position here, and with that sense of fulfillment, it feels this is going to sound weird, it's going to sound almost too literal, but it does feel like your belly is full at the moment, meaning that you feel a sense of satisfaction. You feel like you're not kind of lacking for much at the moment. It's quite nice, but it's a good place where you feel like, okay, well, I'm quite satisfied. It's like you have a big meal and you feel like, I'm good. I feel good. I feel full. But not uncomfortably full. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting, whereby you have kind of your basic essentials are met at this time. Okay, but from there, it feels like that would be a really good platform to springboard further. Okay, so while you feel that sense of, I want to say achievement as well, but a sense of a satisfaction, the High Priestess is coming up. It's basically allowing you to sort of soften those areas of struggle, of sense of survival, of how you're going to make ends meet, how you're going to deal with kind of difficult relationships or work situations. It feels like because there is a sense of fulfillment coming towards you, particularly with that full moon there, talking about a completion of a type of cycle. Obviously the moon's obviously every month, but there is a fulfillment there. There is an enriching fulfillment there, and that allows this the High Priestess to open up for you. It enables you to declutter the mind of all the worries that you've had, all the major worries, let's put it that way, the big ones, and it allows you to make the space for the High Priestess to come in, for you to tune into your intuition, for you to sort of unveil secrets within yourself. Okay, and it's all about how, with that sense of fulfillment, you're looking at how you can reach further with the Chariot card and the Magician. Now for them to turn up is fantastically promising, because the Chariot understands where more work needs to be done within the sense of self, and how they can utilize the strongest strength aspects of themselves to a very promising, in a very strong, steadfast position. Okay, and you are the master manifester of this in the Magician. So these energies are really supporting you. To have these 3 energies together tells me that you are in a alchemist phase at the moment. You're in the creation of the birthing of something new. The only thing that's going to step in your way is this perhaps wanting to sort of jump too fast. Okay, so when we move over here, I will clarify, but when we move over here, this is all good and wonderful, and you feel like you're implementing all the tools that you have to create a new beginning for you, moving forward, moving onwards and upwards. But then there feels like, I feel like there's an element of impatience, because we've got the Hangman here, we've got the Five of Swords. Now the Five of Swords talks about kind of winning at all costs, perhaps at the expense of others, and it doesn't have to be deliberate in intending to be hurtful or harmful in any way. It's just you're trying to jump the gun here, okay? And what they're saying to me here is that no, slow down. Things are happening beneath the surface. You have implemented everything you need to do. The world now needs to catch up with you, okay? Meaning the star talks about healing, fulfillment, wish fulfillment, cleansing, faith for the future, perhaps even an element of where you have a popularity, where things start to shine on you. And the Hangman talks about needing to see something from a slightly different perspective, making sure you have the full 360 perspective of that thing that you are manifesting. We can't check it out now because these are all majors, but we will clarify, okay? And so the thing that may step in your way is that things aren't happening fast enough. You feel like you're instrumenting and orchestrating all these wonderful, it's like all the energies are coming together for you in May, but then they don't happen fast enough, okay? And what it's telling me here is that slow down, it is coming, but use a time, anything that takes a while to realize in your physical reality, it's use that opportunity to rest, take stock, and allow the world to work on its own clock, okay? And then as you move into the outcome, it's asking you to dance with life, asking you to change your energy, meaning that this area over here could have caused you to be a little bit frustrated, and it's saying no, go back to the beginning of the month, go back to where you felt that sense of a sense of satisfaction, and use that to bring in more kind of life and joy, okay? We have the Emperor here, meaning that you're taking, I mean, for 100%, for the Emperor and the King of Coins coming up, it's basically you are now taking the lead in charging forward. You are planning ahead for your future. You are implementing strategy and cunning that's not only going to serve you within yourself, but it's going to serve your friends and family around you. It's going to have a very positive knock-on effect, okay? And it's something that you've been wishing for with that Nine of Cups, okay? So you're in a very, very strong position. It just might not happen fast enough for you with this unseen energy here. So let's clarify. Why is the Chariot here, please, for Taurus? Thank you. Knight of Wands and Six of Wands. You very, very nice. Okay, so it feels almost like you're either getting it's like you've got this va-va-voom in you, because you've got that sense of satisfaction. The Chariot with those two cards, I mean, both, you've got the Knight on its horse charging forward with excitement, with enthusiasm, with that rearing to go energy. And then you've got the Six of Wands, meaning that you are being recognized for your efforts. You are moving forward. You are in the spotlight, and it's all working for you. And that's probably why this area over here is going to feel so frustrating for you. You've now got your energy, okay? The Sun is in your sign, so it is activating that illumination, that joy, that spring in your step, okay? Let us have a look at the Magician. What are you trying to manifest? So with the Chariot, I would say that's definitely to do with work, okay, or a project, but anything that's really kind of really exciting, really anything that makes you feel really enthusiastic. That's the thing that you're springboarding onto, and it could be something that you. It doesn't necessarily mean to say it's a new thing, but you've got that rearing to go kind of energy, because people. It feels almost like. It's like you're getting messages from people you haven't heard from in a long time, or someone you perhaps don't get along with at work pays you a compliment. It's that sort of energy where people are seeing you now in your light, which is really promising, and it spurs you on. Okay, Magician, please. Thank you. The Chariot again, and the Six of Swords. Wonderful. So what you are creating, what you are basically manifesting, is a forward motion, fast and deliberate, okay? And your motivation is, I am now ready to release the things that are no longer serve me, and I'm now going to stop worrying and stop staying in the mental body, because I know that this next journey that I'm on, I'm releasing those lessons that I've reached the end of the cycle, and now I'm moving on to calmer waters. So what you're doing in the beginning of May is you are creating, and it seems very esoterical, feels very spiritual, that you are working with the energies surrounding you, particularly with that High Priestess. You're using all the energies around you, and your motivation is, I want to have a calmer mind. I want peace of mind. But in order to create peace of mind, I'm charging forward with my strength. My strength is my enthusiasm, my lust for life, my excitement. And that's what you're working on. Let's have a look at this Five of Swords, please, for Taurus. What is this Five of Swords all about, please? Thank you. Oh, wow. We got the Seven of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, let's just see what the next one is here before I start with that one. Hangman, please. Can we clarify the Hangman? Judgment. Wheel of Fortune, nice. And Emperor, again, nice. Wow. You have Chariot twice, you've got Emperor twice. Both those cards are very much in the physical world. So you're using the spiritual energies and you're implementing, grounding them in the physical world. It does seem to me, I would be a little bit wary of, it feels like, this really doesn't feel like your energy here. This almost, because the Seven of Swords with that Page of Pentacles over there, it almost feels to me like someone's offering you something that I would be a bit wary of, okay? Because the Page of Pentacles is like news, message, to do with something that's physical, a resource, money, opportunity, those sorts of things. It's not massive, but it's an option. It's an opportunity. But with that Seven of Swords, I would say it's I don't want to say that I don't trust it, but maybe it's a good idea to really look at it from more angles with that Hangman, because we've got the Five of Swords. I do feel that as you're moving on to these calmer waters, this energy here where you feel like you're now birthing this new paradigm shift for yourself, you're birthing this new way of being, which is more in alignment with your goals, and cleansing the mental body and allowing sort of more peace of mind to enter in. There could be an opportunity that comes forward for you, but I do feel that you need to look at all the fine print. I think we're in Mercury retrograde at the moment, so I wouldn't, and if that's the case, which I'm sure we are, not a good idea to be signing contracts anyway, or at least look at the finer print, or get someone else to look at the finer print for you. It almost feels like a fast track. So this for me feels like someone has offered an opportunity to you, perhaps money related, something work related, and it feels like it's too hasty. It feels like it's a shortcut. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's a shortcut, and it might be something that you wish for, but I wouldn't accept it or participate in it just yet. I would not be hesitant, but I would give it a bit of time to really suss it all out, because it's not like I don't trust it, but I do feel like it's a quick fix. And I'm a Taurus myself. I don't really trust quick fixes, because it's just, say for example, you buy a kettle, but you buy a really, really cheap kettle because you really need a kettle right now. And you don't have much money, but you buy a cheap kettle, and then in 3 months' time it breaks, and so you have to buy another kettle, but then you buy a more expensive kettle so that it will last a bit longer. And what you've done is you've actually just paid more in the long term. So I would be a little bit hesitant of these offers that are coming through that might mean a bit of a quick fix. Instead, I would suggest that you focus on the positive, say, well, this is the kind of thing I want, but I want to be absolutely certain I want to ensure that it has my longevity attached in terms of the Emperor. I want to make sure that for everyone it's gonna work. Not just myself. I'm going to be sure that it can stand the test of time, and that's why the Hangman is here. So the Hangman is basically saying, don't jump the gun, okay? And I feel like you would be tempted to jump the gun because you want to fast track things, because you got all this wonderful energy over here, but it's not happening quick enough. I would say hold back a little bit, because the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, okay? That Wheel of Fortune is going to come towards you, and perhaps just change up the timing of it, because the Wheel of Fortune is all about timing. Sometimes it's down, sometimes it's up, okay? I do feel it's up for you, and then you can make the decision. But I would say it's all about the timing, okay? So whatever opportunities are presented to you, it's not that I don't trust it. It could be all good and well. I just wouldn't jump the gun, okay? Right. And then we move on to the outcome. Let's go to the Nine of Cups. Also, I do feel like it will enable you to, with the Emperor, the kind of energy I'm feeling with the Emperor wouldn't just say yes to anything. They want to know the full details of everything, okay? They want to know how it's going to affect everyone around them, how it's going to affect their placement in the world. They'll ask questions and they educate themselves with everything it is. They take a sort of a business approach to it, okay? So forget the heart, they're taking that real kind of mindset to it. And you are able to now, because you're that Six of Swords there, because you're more sort of calm of mind. You've learned the lessons that you need to learn, and you don't want to get caught up in some sort of entanglement that's not going to serve you. So I do feel that if you're able to sort of just delay it, give yourself some time just to suss it over properly, you can then make your judgment call. Then and once you do, it's going to change everything in your life. But you need to make sure you see it from all angles. So slow down, and if you need to, take a nap, because it's going to rest your mind enough to look at it from a very subjective point of view. Nine of Cups, please. The Fool, yes, you got that new beginning. Yes, 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 yes. And you've been wishing for this. You've been hoping for this. So definitely a new venture, something where you are in charge, okay? So whether that be business, whether that be a new home that you are taking, like for example, if this related to thinking about moving and perhaps buying a home or getting a property, it's definitely working for you. But I wouldn't sort of go, I wouldn't rush to get there. I would make sure you have finalized all the finer details, make sure the property is properly surveyed, all that sort of stuff right before going. And when you are able to, you've got the Fool, you've got this brand new beginning, and it's something you've been really, really hoping for. So whichever way this resonates, think about those things that you're wanting to create in your life, because what this outcome is basically the yes. It's the yes answer. It's coming for you. It's happening. Whatever it is that you want to nurture, but for the long term, for that to be your own leader. Okay. And let's look at the King of King of Coins. Don't know if there was a Freudian slip there. Right. We got Seven of Wands. Ooh, we got the Ten of Pentacles. We've got, Five of Swords again, and we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so as you move into that energy, now, of course, the King of Coins could be someone else in your environment, but it is your sign as well. So it's a very strong position. I do feel as you move forward, you are going to be defending your placement. As I said, everything's to do with like making a long-term decision over here, okay? This long-term move, onwards and upwards, right? And you're defending what is yours. You're defending your money, you're defending your property, you're having to, perhaps like if I take the example of buying a new place, it may be a situation where you're going to the King of Swords, which was that Freudian slip, and saying, okay, well, I am prepared to pay this price, not the price that you've quoted, because I know that I need to do some more plastering, or the boiler needs a bit of work, or whatever. And you will be able to pay to stand within your power to do so. Okay, with the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, it's interesting because there is some worry. It's weird. Like if I were to put these 2 cards together, like quite literally with tarot, it would be like worrying over something that you're either doing to somebody else or that someone else is doing to you. But for me, I feel slightly intuitively, I feel kind of a different energy. I kind of feel that it's more to do with there is personal worry to do with, it's that feeling of, you know, when things go well, okay, when we are in survival mode, we tend to sort of just try and get our basic essentials accounted for, okay? When things start working well for us, there is a tendency, particularly if we've been in survivor mode for so long, there is a tendency to kind of go, am I being too selfish? Am I being too self-centered? Because you know that during hard times, people have helped you. And so I feel more so with this, there just might be an energy of, okay, well, now I'm taking charge. I'm the leader of this. But I do feel that there is an element of just egoic negative self-talk of like, well, does this please everyone? Does this sort, you know, so it's almost like you're almost like it's almost you're almost guilty. You feel guilty mentally that you're looking after yourself now, okay, and taking charge of the, you know, those around you, and so there might be an element of guilty of am I leaving people behind? I would say not to worry at all. When we are in a more powerful position, when we are feeling more confident, when things start flowing our way and working with our energies, it is our time to give back. And how we give back is by basically getting ourselves in a stronger position so that we can help other people. Okay, so it doesn't feel, and sometimes if you're moving away, even if it's a physical move, moving away in order to improve your life and to improve your position in the world, your relationships, all that sort of stuff, it can come with a slight guilt trip, which is completely self-imposed or imposed from society, conditioned into us as children. We feel a little bit guilty that now we are doing a bit better, that we're no longer just in the survival mode. Okay, so I do feel like it's just up in your head at the moment. It is a 9, so I would say 9s in numerologies are talk about ending, so it might just be that final stumbling block to get over. I just want to see, is there anything more, please, for the King of Coins there? Anything more, please? They don't want to give me any more. Whoa, that's way too many. Hang on. One more time. Anything more, please, for the King of Coins? Take the 2 uprights. Yes, Ace of Cups and Empress. We've got another one upright here. Empress and, yeah, Nine of Pentacles, right? So definitely talking about, definitely confirming what I was saying. All of this change, all of this positive change with the Emperor, with the Fool, with that 9 of Cups, the thing that you're wishing for, and you are dancing with life, you know. Anytime you feel a bit stagnant, just change your energy and it helps the flow. You may be worried that guilt attaches to do with kind of walking away from the old and wanting something better, wanting something more, okay, where you're working from a very creative standpoint with the Empress and have more independence, financial independence as well with the 9 of Pentacles. So it's definitely about that. Okay, so the guidance here from Spirit is that when things feel like they're taking too slow, it's actually a good thing, because it's basically asking you to look at the finer details and allow the time to breathe, so you don't sort of try and fast track anything. And finally, as you move into it, stand in your power, because you're thinking about the long term, and try and be mindful of where you might be feeling an element of guilt that things are going so well. Okay, this is actually in your benefit. The wheel of fortune turns around. It's your time now. It's your time. So that's all I have for you, Taurus. I hope that it resonated, and good luck for the month, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.